Alright, so let's talk about comparisons today. We have two formulas that help us compare items. So that means how are they similar or different. The two formulas we're going to use include the following. Tan plus adjective or adjetivo plus como, no accent. That's número uno. Número dos. Tanto plus a noun or sustantivo plus como. Now we need to start memorizing both of those. So let's take a look. Tan is as blank as something else, whereas tanto is as many or as much, and then whatever the noun is, as. So tan plus adjective plus como. So we're looking for things here that are equal. They have something that's similar. So thing 1 is equal in some way to thing 2 with an adjective. So the class is as fun as the club. For instance, el gato and el perro. We have our two things, the cat and the dog. They are similar because they are both fun, divertido. So we need to say the cat is as fun as the dog. To do that, I'm going to organize my thoughts. So I need thing 1 is as, adjective, as thing 2. Now let's get into Spanish. El gato es tan divertido como el perro. And that gives me my comparison. Now pause here and practice these ones on your own. Make your own sentences. Here come the answers. Alright, so the chess club and the swimming club are both interesting. So we would say, el club de ajedrez es tan interesante como el club de natación. So the chess club is as interesting as the swimming club. Well, número dos. Spanish is as difficult as science. So el español es tan difícil, because we're talking about one class, difícil, como las ciencias. Spanish is as difficult as the science. Matching difícil to that first noun. Tres. Chess is as boring as the reading. El ajedrez es tan aburrido como la lectura. Alright, now let's talk tanto and how that one works. So tanto can actually come in a bunch of different forms. It could be tanto or tanta, depending on the gender of your noun, and this means as much. So tanta tarea would be as much homework. We can also make this plural. So tantos or tantas changes to how many, or as many, I should say. So again, it depends on the noun. So Liam and Jacob are equal with the quantity of tarea they have. So Liam tiene tanta tarea, we're matching tarea, como Jacob. Liam has as much homework as Jacob. Again, we have to check all the agreements. Does everything match? Verbs, tanto, tanta. Now Spanish and physics class both have the same amount of projects. So here I could use I instead of tener. Hay tantos proyectos en la clase de español como la clase de física. So every time we use tanto, we're very often going to use tener or I as our verb. So there are as many projects in Spanish class as physics. Again, we have to match that noun, so be very careful with your agreement on which form of tanto you choose. Now pause the video here and try these sentences on your own. Then the answers will start to appear. Número uno. So what do the equipo de fútbol and equipo de animadores have in common? Interés. So hay tanto interés en el equipo de fútbol como el equipo de animadores. Now, interés is a masculine noun, so I have to use tanto to match it. And it's singular, even though it ends in that S. So, there is as much interest in the football or soccer team as the cheerleading team. La red tiene tantos salones de chat como la clase. So, the internet has as many chat rooms as the class. Salones is plural and masculine, so tantos has to match. Lastly, reuniones. Anything that ends in ion in Spanish is feminine. So, hay tantas reuniones en el club de natación como el club de ajedrez. So remember, I have to be very careful that everything agrees. And double check my spelling. Strategies. Here's some helpful hints. When I'm dealing with fill in the blanks, what is the word immediately following the blank? I have to decide if it's a noun or if it's an adjective. If it's a noun, then I automatically know I need some form of tanto, and then I just change it. If it's an adjective, that means I always have to use tan for that comparison. But what if it's not fill in the blank? Well, if it's sentences, what do the things that I'm comparing have in common? Is their similarity something that's a noun? Or is the similarity something that has to do with adjectives? So again, tanto versus tan. Lastly, I can use those formulas to say things are not the same. All I have to do is make the sentence negative. So I'm just going to add no to the sentence. So for instance, I could say something along the lines of el gato no es tan divertido como el perro. The cat is not as fun as the dog. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps you review.